Hey everybody, this is Rich, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play awesome tabletop RPGs with friends. This is another one of our Intercontinental Group of Awesome Sunday afternoon games, and we are continuing our much beloved and lauded campaign of Masks. So it's Masks the New Generation, or Choice of a New Generation, or Masks the Diet Pepsodine of superhero games. Young adult style RPG using the Apocalypse engine, put out by Brendan Conway and Magpie Games, that has successfully completed its Kickstarter as of the end of 2015, and it is busy being laid out and finished up in the writing of the like when we record here in late April of 2016. We have the materials of the GM sheets and the basic moves, as well as the playbooks that are the materials we'll be using for this game. So, as we run things, could possibly be different when you get the game in your grubby little hands. That said, we're also, I'm changing things in that we are setting it in a high school, and normally Masks is a game that the protagonists are, or player characters, are young adults who are in their late teens to early 20s. I just like high school, Sky High, Young Justice, and the like, so that's what we've done. I am using, in case you're curious about the city, the setting, the high school specifically is Hope Prep, like preparatory school, which you can download. Is for Icons and Masters and or Mutants and Masterminds, and it's by Melorvia, and you can download that on DriveThruRPG. We've used that as kind of the laying the groundwork, but then we've created an amazing cast of characters here, and so we will let's introduce our cast of player characters, and then we'll reminisce a little bit about what just happened and pick up from there. So first of all, as I start alphabetically, Alex, how are you, and who are you playing?
I'm good. I'm playing Kid Ragnarok, and I'm currently the favorite of the group. I don't think I need to say any more.
The picture for Ragnar looks a little different. He looks kind of sad.
Who knows why? He has his ups and downs.
Okay, that's new art for Kid Ragnarok. That's fantastic. And Andrea, how are you doing? Who are you playing?
I'm good. I am playing Pixie, who is currently the heroine of Phantom of the Opera. It's very complicated.
It is complicated because that picture does not look very like any Phantom of the Opera I've ever seen.
No, it sure doesn't. But it's okay. She's better than the real Christine. So.
Nice. Next we have Jan. How are you, and who are you playing?
I will be taking the role of Quartz again, who is at the moment, since he was dressed up as Swamp Fever, he's sort of in a tree shape.
Yes, a shape-shifting tree man, Swamp Fever. He's very entertaining. Sorry, Dr. Tom the Frog rubs off on me sometimes. Jules, how are you, and who are you playing?
You shouldn't let frogs rub on you. That's
get warts and stuff. It's gross.
I am playing Katana, the martial artist Hawkeye of the group, who sensibly dressed up as herself and now has no weird identity issues. It's very like her.
Yeah, she never has identity issues at all.
No.
She's very in herself. That's her power. Her power is just being her. Awesome. Last but not least, we have Will. How are you, and who are you playing?
I'm doing great. I am ASAP, currently in the form of the Cheetah, one of the only female members of the former Silver Saviors. Also a speedster, so that it's a little less complicated-ish.
That was crossplay. So did he go? Was he doing a male version of the Cheetah, or?
I think I initially said that, but then I thought that would. So I guess we could go with that. But I thought that would be amazing if then ASAP's now dealing with even more complicated issues. But
let's have him deal with even more complicated issues because. Why not? Layers are what we do best here. Low-hanging fruit and layers. That's the whole GM shtick here, guys. That's all I got. It's just like not even 3-card Monty. I got like a half a card. Okay. So in the last session, it was the beginning of the Halloween Ball. It's the most exciting of all of the one dance that we've had so far at Masks High School, where everyone got the opportunity to dress up because it was a costume ball. It was Halloween fall ball kind of thing. And there was a general theme of please dress up as a character from a book, which was stretched a bit by some who decided to dress up as characters from comic books, which Pixie pointed out are not fictional books, are not books really at all, according to Pixie. So please direct all corrections or vitriol towards at Pixie Masks High School character, which is on Twitter, I'm sure, somewhere, because was that Rule where something it all exists on the internet somewhere? I can't remember. Okay. So we had people who were dressed up as supervillains. We had people who were cross-playing as other heroes. We had people who were from plays. So quite a bit. And then all of a sudden, at a particular moment, something happened, which we've all alluded to here, and everyone became, or at least took on, the physical manifestation of the person they were dressed as, and that's why Swamp Fever is now Quartz. And Quartz had an amazing, like one of my highlights of last week was my body does not do what I want it to do freak out for Quartz. It was so good, guys, so good. And so we had that moment. Pixie, who we had a little like snippet of a peek into her life before she became the person that she is now as a transformed. And so Pixie was like a regular girl, and then she became this tree person. And now she's dressed as a character from Phantom of the Opera, Christine, and has, looks like that now. So she's got that going on. Ragnar, dressed as Pokemon, for some reason, didn't change. Who knows why? But I'm sure we're all thankful that there isn't a 6-foot-tall Pokemon. No Pikachu here. Sorry. Not even a Squirtle. And then Katana dressed as herself, A-OK, ASAP as Cheetah, who's one of the Silver Saviors, which is one of the Golden Age teams, one of the first teams. And it just so happened that was the one, because ASAP was doing this crazy trick where he was changing, he's quick changing, and turning into all the Silver Saviors over the course of the night. He started off as the amazing Antonio, his grandfather. And when whatever happened to do this, he was stuck as Cheetah. So that all led up to this really interesting moment, and then there was unfortunately one of the students decided to dress as Technocrat, and when he became Technocrat, ASAP's mom, who's also a superhero, or is a superhero, pretty well known as Powerhouse, she saw Technocrat, who had just escaped this very day from the spike, so she decided to go clock him. And even though ASAP and I believe Katana both tried to stop her, she was not going to be dissuaded, thinking, "I'll listen to you kids." And she clocked what she thought was Technocrat. It did not go well for that person, who's a chess master, Menkit, who is the roomie of Jesse. And after that, we thought, well, okay, there's a moment, there's a beat, everything's okay. That's when Technocrat, the real Technocrat, and Electrobomb, his loving wife, who helped him escape from the Spike, the Supermax security, high security prison, and the two of them appeared at the gym. And Electrobomb, who had earlier tried to call her son in secret, who nobody knows, attendee of Masks High School, Kid Ragnarok, she called out, "Ragnar, I called ahead. It's time." And that's when, out of nowhere, Kid Ragnarok thought, "Where am I going to run?" Katana and Pixie and Quartz all rose to his defense, as did ASAP. Yes, and ASAP a little less effective on the defense, unfortunately, because he faced off with Technocrat, and Technocrat kind of ate his lunch. No offense, Maybe it was the boobies. I'm not sure what threw you off, ASAP. But you didn't do so hot. So Technocrat ate your lunch with some drone fire from his lasers. But Quartz came rolling in with his swamp fever shape-shifting powers and this giant fist that at the last second Kid Ragnarok added some cool psychic power. Like he manifested like these cool bangles and gauntlets and a ring and I don't know, some kind of like a tattoo on the back of his hand just to look more punk. And then the fist came crashing down, an electro bomb and Technocrat. And that was the refusal, right? The parents recognized the Kid Ragnarok was not going to come with them, and they flew off into the night until the storm that had been brewing above, a huge lightning bolt came from the clouds and struck Technocrat. And we had this cool moment where it's like the black sides of the panel and then this huge lightning bolt with this black silhouette of Technocrat and his cool kind of Professor X type flying chair deal that he had, and you just see the silhouette of that in shadow and the lightning bolt completely engulfing him. And that was where we ended last session. So we're going to pick up like moments after, because why not, right? This is one of those two. This is double issue, guys. So this is pretty big. It's double-sized annual or something. I don't know. It's a big issue. We haven't figured out the ordering or exactly when it'll be published, but double issue. So we pick up with ASAP as Cheetah, who is still smoking. Like we've got cool strategic rips in costume kind of thing from the laser fire for ASAP / Cheetah. And then we have Katana, who has her cool katana, not the Chinese katana, but the cool katana that she had before. Somehow that showed up as part of her costume during this weird, crazy magic thing. And we have Katana, who actually, for those who are clever, she blocked the lasers from Technocrat's drones. Kind of amazing. I didn't even know katanas could do that, but the dice said so. So that's what happened. And then we have Swamp Fever, is kind of like huge-fisted. I imagine the rest of Swamp Fever is still big because he kind of grew up to where he was hunched over in the gym. So we have Swamp Fever, who's you guys are looking out the remnants of the gym entrance. It was one of those double door type deals that you can that are metallic, and it all got smashed to pieces with the giant fist. And yes, Swamp Fever is not an STD. And so we have Christine, a.k.a. Pixie, back with Lark and Kid Ragnarok, who is looking on at kind of the pieces of the gym that are falling down. The lights are still out. We've got a number of the kids who are here, and a lot of them just kind of got a heck out of the way. And Powerhouse is charging past Swamp Fever and heading out towards the field and try to figure out, either chase them off or see what happened to Technocrat. And that's where we pick up. So, since ASAP is the fastest, I'd like to first see what Cheetah's reaction is. This is going on. You have a moment to take a breath.
I think we see ASAP or Cheetah kind of pausing, which is unusual, and he's kind of looking between where his mom is going, where Powerhouse is heading out of the building, and then kind of looking at Kid Ragnarok, and kind of just going back in between the two, unsure of which way to run.
Nice.
And there's probably a close-up on his face. He's probably got this almost an expression of disappointment.
Oh, wow! He got that one from his dad. That look, like he's.
I've seen it lots.
Yeah. So as we focus in on our legacy, let us. Thank you very much, Andrea. Let us begin with the legacy opening session move, and then we will see how that impacts play.
Okay. Let me roll. My move is based on last session, which I got 3 yeses. So it'll be a +3.
10.
That's a 10.
Nice. All right. What
So
happens?
on a hit, one of my members of my legacy will offer meaningful encouragement, opportunity, or an advantage.
Nice. Very, very cool. Good. All right, so yeah, we have the hesitation from ASAP/Cheetah. What's going on with Christine and Ragnarok, Kid Ragnarok back there? Because you guys are kind of in that little cluster you were near. If you remember, you'd gone back and you were trying to spike the punch bowl, and you went back into like a kitchen area off to the side of the gym, and that's when you came back out when the attack happened. But you're farther away from the entrance than the others of your team.
Kid Ragnarok's like hand is kind of just lowering from where he was like just raised it out to kind of create that fist around a gauntlet of rings and tattoos around Kortz's hand, and he's just letting it kind of fall back down slowly. And I think he kind of makes eye contact with ASAP as ASAP looks at him, and he's just looking really guilty.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know.
And she kind of turns.
We should help.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's go check on that kid that went flying into the bleachers.
Yeah. I kind of look, ASAP as I'm kind of heading towards the bleachers with Pixie.
Cool. What is Quartz's reaction? You have this moment where everything's paused. There's no one attacking. There's no craziness. It's still dark in here, but there's some emergency lights finally kick on. It bathes everything in like this weird reddish light.
I think he is sort of confused, and he starts slowly shrinking down to a more normal size. And I think he's just looking outside to trying to figure out why the sudden bolt of lightning happened.
Cool. So they had flown quite a bit away, and if you're paying attention, which it sounds like Quartz was, you see that he actually fell behind one of the buildings that's like a block away. So you'd need to head that way. Powerhouse is already taking off, like headed that way. Do you want to follow?
No, I think he would first try to find Pixie.
Cool. So then, Quartz, you can join Pixie and Kid Ragnarok as you head to the bleachers. So I'm going to check in real quick with Katana.
Katana is still recovering from the fight, so her first order of priorities is to make sure everyone's okay and unhurt. So she'll sort of go down a list of the team to see if everyone is doing okay.
Yeah,
Probably starting with ASAP.
Britt. Britt catches up to you. She had gone off to finish helping everybody get, to a secure place. Are you okay? I saw what you did with those lasers. I didn't even know you could do that.
I'm okay. I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I need to go check in with my team and see if everyone got out okay.
Okay.
Come
if
along.
you need anything, yeah, let's go.
Okay. And then we'll probably head to ASAP since he's standing sort of close by.
Yeah, he's nearby. He looks a little rough. We'll hurt.
ASAP, are you okay? Did you get hurt?
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Oh, come on, let's go check in with the rest of the team.
We need to get out there. I need to get out there. I need to. Technocrat, he's loose. My mom's out there. I need to help.
They'll have everyone on it.
Yeah,
I
there
need
are
to be
others.
out.
I saw President Maelstrom too. It's going to be okay, Sap. Maybe we should just check on your team.
I don't need to be my team right now. I don't know. I need to be out there. I need to hit something.
Is this about what they said?
Yeah, a little. I He was one of my first friends. I
He's
I don't know.
well,
I don't think he's ever done anything to you though, right? We're talking about Kid Ragnarok, right, Katana?
yeah.
Okay.
No, no, not. I mean, he hasn't. No, not really. But I'd rather heard it from him than Technocrat.
Guess kind of hard thing to say.
All that stuff may be comforting later. Right now, I'm too pissed off. I want I want to hit something. I want to break something. And if I go over there, it's probably going to be Kid Ragnarok, and I don't want it to be that. I
Well,
need to leave.
then we'll come with you. Shouldn't go alone.
Okay.
Okay. Is ASAP going to head out of the gym then?
Yeah, even though it's really stupid, he is.
Sweet. And Katana's following?
Yes.
Way far behind.
That's true.
Sweet.
I'll tell
All
him
right.
to slow down every once in a while.
Right.
I really want to keep an eye on him. And I'll send a text to Pixie.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. So then we'll cut over to Quartz, Pixie, and Kid Ragnarok as you head to the bleachers. Lark's following. She's keeping quiet and still a little shocked at what's going on right now. So you get to the bleachers. These are a set of bleachers that are the kind that like you can pull them out from the wall, and then everything kind of snaps down in these wooden bleachers, and there's shattered wood and splinters all over, and you see the body of Chessmaster as Technocrat. He still looks like Technocrat. His body is he's bloody and broken. Who approaches his body? Like, who's the first person to kind of walk in as we see this?
I think I kind of stand over it. I'm kind of finding it hard to kind of make a decision because I'm just like staring at this body of my dad, crumpled and bloody on the thing, and he's just like, yeah. Pixie, can you pick him up?
Mm-hmm. So she'll go over and kind of, dust a couple of splintered pieces of wood off him.
Does Pixie have her strength?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Pixie does, in fact, have her strength and her control over plants.
Fantastic.
So you can pick up his body if you wish. He is, he has numerous broken bones. You can see that there are pieces of wood that are stuck into his body. He's alive and breathing, but he is very messed up. He needs to get to a hospital.
We got to get him to... I don't think this is something the nurse can help with.
I could drive him. I guess I'll try and create my bike.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're unleashing your powers to do that. At least in this moment, I think it's a little bit different for you than normal. So let's have you unleash your powers. When you unleash your powers, roll plus freak. You freak on a leash.
Currently +1, so 9.
Nice. 9. On a 7 and 9, you can mark a condition, or I can tell you how it is unstable or temporary. Your call.
I think conditions. I think that seems.
Yeah, you don't have any conditions either.
Yeah.
What condition will you take?
Oh, do I choose?
Mm-hmm. It's not clear, and I love making you guys choose it because I think you guys have a really good feel for what would be affecting your character.
I think I may be afraid.
Ooh, interesting. Cool. Okay, so what does the psychic bike look like this time? What's different about it?
I think it's not really that flashy. It's a little less flashy now, and it has a sidecar.
Cool. All right, Pixie, you can easily pick up the broken body of Chessmaster as Technocrat and place him into the sidecar. Are you riding with or allowing Kid Ragnarok to take him to the hospital?
Actually, she was going to turn to Lark and ask, are you okay to go with him?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure. I can do that.
She gives her a real quick hug.
Yeah, she hugs you. She's like, you look great. Hope this is a thing.
Take care of him. Text me if you need anything.
Sure. And you see the text from Katana at the mention of that. And so Lark will hop on the bike behind you, Kid Ragnarok, putting her hands on your sides, and you can pull away. I imagine you don't fly away like you did before.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We go out the hole and then off a different direction from where everyone else was heading.
Nice. If there were an actual threat, I would love to have you defend at this point, but I don't necessarily see an immediate threat right this moment. Not to say there won't be one, but we'll just have you exit the scene and we'll pick up with you in just a little bit. So let's cut to Pixie and Quartz. So Quartz, you've been really quiet watching what's going on here. What's going on for Quartz?
He wasn't quite prepared for the consequences. Like, he sort of rushed into action, and then seeing the actual results of that, he's sort of like taken aback. He's I guess sort of scared of his own violence didn't cease there.
Nice, cool. Well, you're left with Pixie. You see Kid Ragnarok drives off in his psychic trike, and so yeah, it's just the two of you. Fate's Fury and other members of the faculty are now organizing children. They're trying to get things, get everyone assured, get a head count, and Pixie and Quartz, you. So Lightning Bug, if you remember your fellow alien, but not from the same alien species, who is basically the science teacher and also works on foreign languages. You hear him speaking to Fate's Fury, and he says, "I am unable to locate Wendy Sumner in all of my counts. Can you help me to locate her?" To Fate's Fury, she says, "I don't feel her presence here."
Pixie, I think, was sort of reaching for Quartz's hand because she's kind of freaked out too. And so just as she grabs it, she overhears this, and she kind of gives it just kind of a little squeeze. And then she just kind of barges right into their conversation because Pixie. Wendy's missing?
So Fate's Fury, she will look over at you and say, "Oh, don't worry. She is not where anyone else is. I'm sure that we'll find her. Don't worry." She gives the "please don't stress out" look, like it's okay. We have it under control. They do not have it under control.
No.
Do you require assistance?
If we require assistance, I will make sure and inform you too, children. Are you all right? I understand that there is some kind of physical manifestation that is taking place here. We're not entirely sure what's happened. President Maelstrom is in pursuit of Electrobomb and Technocrat, and so rest assured things will be fine. There will not be a repeat attack on the high school tonight. We're locking everything down. We're just doing a head count. We have not found Wendy Sumner yet, but we will find her.
Okay. Except the look she gives Quartz clearly says this is not okay.
No. So I'm curious if I'm not sure if Quartz would understand that look.
It's okay. It will be verbally confirmed as soon as we walk away.
Cool.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, you guys walk away. That's fine. She's got Miss Kincaid has many things going on right now, so she's only going to give you guys a moment, and then she's over trying to get the superlatives to and she's trying to find Britt, and then you hear her calling for Jesse, and it seems like there are several other people who are missing. So she's going to fret about that too.
I don't know if... What if Wendy ran away? Oh my god, what if she opens her suit?
What would happen if she did?
Well, they call her Wendy Wither for a reason.
I do not understand.
It would just be very, very bad if she opened her suit. Probably for her, but also for us. Like, probably dying bad.
Then we should.
And if she doesn't know that this, and she kind of gestures to herself, and there's sort of a hesitation, and then she kind of makes herself say, "This isn't real." What if she opens her suit?
Then we should locate her.
Okay. She was dressed as that orange and black person, I think.
Right.
Yes. Let's.
I believe I saw her flying.
Yes. It's probably not good. Let's start out there. She's pointing towards the big hole in the wall.
Yes.
Cool. So we'll cut away from you guys and come back to you as you're searching. So I'm gonna skip ahead to some time where Cheetah, you've been running a path towards where you saw Technocrat fall, and you pass your mother actually, because she's making a beeline straight for that place as well. Do you stop or do you keep going?
You know, let's see. Now's not the time to have a conversation with her. So I probably run. I'm probably not thinking clearly, and I run right past her. Because I know if she gets there first, she's going to hit everything, and I want to hit something.
Nice. So as you're running ahead, Katana and Britt, you both see Powerhouse up ahead of you. She's stomping away. You can actually see she's trying to do some like longer leaps. So she's gaining speed, nowhere near as fast as Cheetah / ASAP, but a lot faster than you and Britt. Britt, as you're running, Britt says, "Do you think we could commandeer a car?"
I think we can steal a car, and I don't even know how that works.
Oh. Yeah, we shouldn't know that, right?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
me
you know
either.
that? Oh.
I saw it on a movie.
No.
No? Okay, cool. Awesome. You guys keep running.
Just one block. It's okay, I think.
Wait, so let's pick up with Cheetah / ASAP as you come upon the smoking crash site. So it looks as if Technocrat, whatever happened to him, his chair failed, and he may have had some redundant systems to keep him from out and out dying. But when the chair fell, he fell, and he crashed right into. We're going with some product placement. He fell right into like a Starbucks that had skylights. So there's glass everywhere, and you've got this chair. I'm kind of thinking it's oh crap. Rich had the name, and then it's one of the new gods. The guy who can get out of every trap. Do you know who I'm talking about? He has the cool chair.
The fantastic.
Yes, it's Big Barda's husband. Crap. I feel like a doofus.
I know who you mean. That
Okay. Big, Kirby-esque, like super science chair. There, it's fine. Someone in the comments, please, Lord, tell me who I am forgetting. It starts with an M, and I feel like a total doof. He can get out of any trap. Anyway, I'm going to stop.
Metronome? Metronome? That's not the trap guy.
It's not the trap guy? Okay. Whatever. Big chair, Kirby. I've totally derailed us. I'm sorry. So anyway, his chair is slag. Like, it's just this black molten slag. And you see Technocrat, who he can walk, right? He just has a chair because it looks like a badass throne. He's Technocrat. And he is a little bit out of it and has not fully recovered from the moment when you come up on him. Another thing that you noticed as you were flying is that Electro Bomb was nearby, but she's hovering up above. But you catch her out of the corner of your eye. You're not sure she knows you know. As you come upon Technocrat now, this is evenings. There's some people here. They're in cars stopped. There were some people who were in Starbucks. There were people in the Starbucks. They've moved away. There's some people who are injured, and you've got Technocrat who's getting up, and you're not sure if you can see any of the drones active. But what do you do when you come upon the scene?
It's gonna hurt because I'm not gonna be my normal defender or savior. I'm gonna take what debris there is, and I'm gonna start running circles around it, and starting to build up a cyclone of all this debris, and then I'm gonna just funnel it all at Technocrat because he's the one that pounded into my dad and retired him, and in my anger, this is my revenge towards him. And yes, I know Electro Bond's up there, but right now I'm focused on Technocrat to keep him down.
Nice. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, this is great. You're definitely trying to break some stuff here. You're going to do quite a bit of damage to the Starbucks. There are people who are running in terror from this. You know, there's probably a dozen or so people who are staggering out, glass cuts and the like, and there was a bit of an explosion. So why don't you unleash your powers? I think you're definitely doing that, right? Or are you directly engaging a threat? What do you?
I think I'm unleashing my powers, probably. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because he's not necessarily fighting back, so I don't think him resisting or returning blows with you makes sense. So let's have you unleash powers.
Oh no, I don't think I have high enough to help with that.
Oh, and also, real quick, who is our team leader? And you need to put one team in the pool.
Am I still the team leader?
I don't know. Who is the team leader? You were last time, ASAP. Do you keeping it or designating somebody?
I'd prefer someone else to be that's in a better frame of mind. Either if Katana wants to keep passing it off, then designate Pixie, since she seems to be coordinating stuff.
She's doing heroic stuff. I like that. Cool. Pixie, you get one in the team pool, and you're the keeper of the team pool for this
Well,
session.
that's terrifying, but okay.
It was terrifying when I had it, so.
It's kind of. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out that when you don't look like a monster, they all of a sudden make you team lead.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, I don't know how you should take that.
Message received.
So I guess even with that one team pool, I don't anticipate you're going to be able to get that up to a 7.
And especially with a +0. No. So it
Yeah.
stands at a 3.
So the good news is, do you get a potential?
I get a potential.
And the other good news is, you can remove that condition of angry because you just broken some stuff, a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. So this you create this whirlwind with all of the debris, and things are thrown in this crazy threshing machine that you've created. And it starts coming across the street towards the Starbucks, and it's picking up pieces of the road and all kinds of cool newspapers. And Technocrat looks up, and it just picks him up, and you can see. I'm not sure how we even got this on a comic panel. There's some great artists, but his leg. Actually, you can see that his left leg was broken, and so it kind of, when he gets flung around, you can actually see that it moves at an odd angle. He's screaming in pain, and that's when Electrobomb comes down, and she gets right in your face, and she says, "You stop!" You.
Make me.
Sweet. Then she has these several electrodes that come out of her fingers, and they plug into your body and start filling you with all kinds of electricity. We have that moment where you're getting electrocuted, and it's almost like a crazy flash type moment. And it hurts, and it burns, and it singes. Are you going to keep up the cyclone, or are you going to let this go so you can defend yourself?
Oh. I think I'm keeping it up.
Nice. I want you to take a powerful blow.
Okay. Oh, 10.
So, just so you know, you wanted to roll low.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, on a 10 plus, you have to choose one of these. Roll. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or you can take 2 options from the 7 to 9 list, which are lashing out verbally, giving ground, or struggling past the pain, but marking 2 conditions.
Wow, taking 2 of those. I guess probably story-wise it makes sense that it just overdoes it and I just pass out.
Cool.
It probably just completely lays me out.
Nice. So what we have is you keep refusing to drop the whirlwind. Her filling you with these electrodes, like I'm imagining, like almost like taser, like she's got taser finger type thing, because I think that would look kind of wicked, right? So she electrocutes you, and at the same time we see we like have a panel in between that where your mother finally catches up, and she grabs a street lamp and just yanks it out of the street and uses it like a bat, or is planning on using it like a bat, and you fall to the ground. And so we will skip away from that for just a moment and come back to Ragnar. Ragnar, I think maybe you fly past this, right? You get a chance to see this, because how could you not? There's a bunch of streets. The streets are kind of locked down, but so it's best to take to the air. And Lark will kind of, hey, get in the air. We can get him to the hospital faster.
Oh. I think. How's my this? I'm wondering how this is going to affect my concentration.
I think it would be pretty tough. So you're flying over the kind of the roofs of a commercial. It's one of those like 3-story commercial type area. A lot of brick buildings,
Yeah.
and they've got a Starbucks. So make whatever judgment call you want on that area. And you come zooming over. The judgment call is that it exists because Starbucks are everywhere. Anyway, you head over with your psychic trike, and you've got your sidecar and Lark on the back, and that's when you see your mother electrocuting Cheetah / ASAP, and you see her probably about to take a face full of street lamp and concrete from Powerhouse. And your father is caught in this cyclone that's slowly dying, and he's going to fall to the ground, probably about 40 feet. What do you do?
I mean, he definitely was like, okay, I'm not on your side. I don't want anything to do with you. ASAP's at risk, but his mum's there. But,
Lark hops off of the psychic trike onto one of the roofs. She's going to fall about 10 feet, but she thinks she can make it.
I kind of like look down at the other messed up technocrat that's in the sidecar, and I kind of yell to Lark, just don't get in the middle of that. If you can get ASAP out, do it. And I keep going.
Just go! She calls in a voice that carries just perfectly to your ears, right, above the din. And you take off, right? You're going to do this?
Yeah. Don't think this counts as running away, because I think I'm actually trying to do the right thing. And
it's a hard choice.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, Katana, as you're running towards where you saw them go down.
I think as soon as a giant ass tornado appeared at the horizon, I think Katana changed her mind about the carjacking very, very quickly. So
That's awesome. Okay, cool. What is the car that you two stole? Or is it a motorcycle? I think a motorcycle would be kind of badass.
Okay. It's a motorcycle because it's badass.
Sweet. So I think Britt's riding the motorcycle. You've got your Katana. You're like riding behind her. Does that sound cool?
Yes.
It's cool. So you're zipping around. She's of course got perfectly moving with that to where she can skid out, throwing a boot down, and she's dressed like Britt. So this cheerleader. Cheerleader with Mass Vigilante on the back, and as you're driving up, you hear this ear-piercing scream. Have you heard Lark use her powers? Actually, unleash her powers? I think you did during the Powerball game, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so you recognize that, and it's obvious Britt does too. And when you get there, you see that Cheetah's laying on the ground. There's a demolished Starbucks. An Electrobomb is currently facing off with... She's kind of skittered back because Powerhouse, ASAP's mom, has basically a street lamp, and it looks like it's kind of been bent over. And so she's trying to face off with Lark as well as Powerhouse Electrobomb is, and you don't see Technocrat anywhere.
Is anyone near ASAP?
Yeah, Electrobomb was near him, but her. There's nobody. Yeah, Powerhouse is standing kind of nearby, but there's definitely a space you can scoot by if you're a dude. Whatever.
Then that's where we're going. Yeah.
Awesome. Is Katana gonna jump off, or is she gonna try to scoop Cheetah up, or what? What's the plan here?
Well, he's not moving, is he? Or she? Well, Cheetah's not moving.
No, Cheetah is not moving.
She'll jump off.
Nice. Cool. All right. I think you're trying to defend Cheetah from ASAP from any of this damage, right?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see you defend. Meanwhile, Brit is going to be pulling the motorcycle up and trying to help people near the Starbucks. Sorry, to say Subway.
Oh, that's a 6.
So you have, you can take that if you want, or
Well, do we have a team pool?
you guys automatically start with a team pool of 1.
Okay.
So let's see. Don't
Do we
have
have
any team members, so you could act selfishly, but then you have to say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. I don't see how that could work.
No, except that I plan to get ASAP out of here as quickly as possible against his own wishes. But that still seems very team-oriented, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think basically working against ASAP's stated wishes to save him?
Could ASAP be half conscious and just like lift his hand up to help?
Or if she made some sort of insulting comment about ASAP to his mother while she was saving him.
Oh yeah, you do that, and I'll let you. Yeah, you do that.
Wait, make an insulting comment about ASAP to his mother? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like like
what?
he can't handle himself.
I'm thinking he's dead, so it's not really what No, I don't know about
Could
that.
I be slightly in and out of conscious where I'm verbally saying, no, I can do it. I can take her.
No, you're out.
What
All
has
right.
your son done to this street? Look at him. He's got...
Oh, I think we'd hardly have a team pool anyway, so I'm fine with just failing.
Okay, cool.
Which gives
Well, the good
XP.
news is you get a potential.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the bad news is that you come in to try to grab ASAP, and ASAP / Cheetah is a bit heavier than anticipated. So as you're trying to pull them back, Powerhouse did not realize you were there, and when she rears back, she actually clocks you in the side and knocks you to the ground. You kind of skid across and slam into the side of a car. And so now we'll cut away from this little fight here, and we'll smash cut over to Quartz and Pixie, who are standing outside of the high school, and you are looking at the tattered remains, including the bubble helmet of Wendy Sumner's containment suit. And also, there is a path headed towards the corn maze, a path of basically brown or beige-colored grass.
Oh boy. You said the helmet's cracked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's better than nothing. So Pixie's finally gonna let go of Quartz, reluctantly, to scoop up those things. Can you maybe go up and see if you can spot her?
And Quartz nods and floats up.
Cool. So when you float up into the air, you see none other than hold on, Vespa, which is the flying kind of assassin thief who is how Wendy Sumner had dressed herself, and she is flying in the corn maze, and it looks like she has started talking to, well, if you remember Pristine, so she's talking to him, and he's actually dropped to a knee. He's not trying to ask her to marry her. It looks like it's in pain.
I see. I think it's probably faster if I go down and pick Pixie up, and then we fly there together.
It sounds awesome. Cool. So you get picked up, Pixie. You fly through the air. You get to feel your hair like in the breeze. I haven't felt that in a while. And you see the
God, you're
same thing.
mean.
Yes, I am. So the corn maze, you can see there's like this blackened, withered, decrepit circle in the middle of the corn maze, and in the middle of it is Vespa, who's standing over Pristine, and he looks sick. His skin looks pale, and you see him trying to turn into his diamond hard form, but it's not happening. Like there are cracks in the parts of his body that have covered over with the diamond, and yeah, she's not aware of the two of you yet. What do you do?
So as we're coming in, Pixie will start yelling, "Wendy!"
There is no
Wendy!
Wendy.
Oh my God, are we seriously going to do this?
Nice. Are you trying to provoke her?
Yes.
Sweet. I think you are too. So when you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do and roll plus superior.
I am trying to get her to leave him alone and focus on us.
That sounds like a great idea.
That sounds like a great idea. Where is my character sheet? Oh, good, a flat roll.
You're so superior.
Oh,
That's a 6.
that is a 6.
Someone trying to help you, maybe?
I'd love to.
I really want to hear Quartz's burn.
Yeah.
What was it? That's Wendy had said again. Oh,
She
there
said
is
no
no
Wendy.
Wendy. Yes. I'm basically saying either my senses are deceiving me, or you are in fact here.
That's great. Awesome. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, which is what you get with Quartz's help.
Thank you, Quartz.
I love you mansplained her. Okay. So on a 7 to 9...
I quartz-plained her.
Quartz-plained her, yes! Okay, so on a 7 to 9, I choose she stumbles, and you take a +1 forward against her. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. They overreact, you gain influence over them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they choose, so I choose.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I know,
I was like,
right?
I don't know.
They're all so good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you take a +1 forward against her as she turns, and you see she kind of pushes Pristine over, and he falls weakly to the ground. And she turns, she says, "I'm Vespa!" And she throws her hands out, and you guys, from the many conversations you've had with Jesse / ASAP, you know that Vespa has these like stinger darts that she throws. And when Vespa throws her hands out, you actually see coming out of her hands like this glowing green, kind of oddly phosphorescent force that comes out of both hands, and there's these like weird Kirby bubble things going on inside it, and it is obviously like radioactive stuff that's coming towards you guys. What do you do?
I'm going to try and block that before it reaches Pixie.
Oh.
Oh, that's so honorable. So you wanted to defend someone from an immediate
Yes.
threat? Cool. Roll plus savior.
Now I have to check my stats. Savior. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty good. And then, of course, start up dice stream, which always takes a while.
It's so tense.
That's a 9.
Nice.
Nice. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger. Escalate the situation. And you get to add a team pool. On a hit, for NPC, sorry, for PC threats, on a hit you give them -2 to their... Wait. On a hit you give them -2 to their roll, but I don't roll. That makes no sense. On a 7 to 9, you expose yourself to cost, retribution, or judgment. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading the defend. I'm just a little bit confused.
Yeah, it is not very clear.
So I'm going to go with, in 7 and 9, it costs you expose yourself to danger, escalate the situation, but I'm going to allow you to choose one: add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. So you can choose one of those, but you're exposed to danger or escalating the situation.
Well, I already have influence over Pixie, so. Actually, I think I have tons of conditions now that I think about it.
You're very conditioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I had a -2 to my defend, so that's a 7 still. Okay.
Week 5.
So yes, in that case, I should definitely try to remove a condition. Let's see. I guess this was a terrible plan. So I think the insecure is probably the best one to remove.
I don't know. I think maybe you've cleared insecure by making a terrible plan. The plan is to run out there. She's out of her containment suit. Cool, let's just grab that and go get her. That's pretty terrible. So hey, maybe you've cleared insecure as it is. Do you want to take another condition?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Cool.
I want to earn the removal of these. Come on.
Okay. Sweet. So do you drop Pixie, Christine, when this hits you full force, or is this a thing where you're able to use your shape-shifting to kind of be a shield and still stay aloft?
Oh yeah, I am definitely just well, I guess probably like shape-shifting pretty intensely, but I do start going down, and I'll probably, like, my body starts shaping into a slide a bit so that she can go down before I get there, and then she can do whatever she needs to do. And
Nice.
in the meantime, just a shield. Like, there's nothing remotely human about this shape at the moment, but hey.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So what happens is that green power hits you, and it rots all of the parts of Swamp Fever, and you can feel the burning sensation, right? Because you have these weird body feelings that you've never had before, and it's just burning your weird planty flesh, and everything's kind of sizzling up, and you can feel it burn past skin to sinew, and it's poisoning you. It's really, really painful. Pixie, you fall to the ground, and you actually fall in a nice patch of the corn. And what do you do when you hit the ground?
So I haven't looked up yet. I'm hoping to God Quartz is okay. But right now I need to get Pristine away from her. So I think it's fine time. So I'm going to, I know he's kind of in this like dead zone. So I'm going to have to get a vine to kind of shoot out from, the cornfield further in to kind of pull him back into the maze where hopefully she can't see him.
It sounds like you're unleashing your powers once you roll
Kind of
+3.
does, yeah. Seven.
Man, you guys are not freaky enough. Okay, on a 7 to 9 mark,
Katana.
on a hit you do it. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the effect is unstable or temporary.
I am, I think, going to mark angry.
Nice.
Because
So
this-
your vine snatches Pristine, and before it is rotted away by the power of Vespa, you yank him out of the dead zone, leaving Vespa in the center there. And she's starting to fly up towards you, Quartz, like she's flying straight up and still trying to pour on this power onto you. But Pixie, you are able to save. You're able to save Pristine from that weird thing that yeah, that was happening to him. Cool. So let's cut back away to Kid Ragnarok and catch up with him. So Kid Ragnarok, you're flying with Technocrat, and so as you come in towards Halcyon Central, which is the large medical facility that does actually work on supers as well as your mundane humans, when you come up towards the hospital, heading towards the ER or something else?
Just straight through the emergency doors. Just I don't know if they open or whatever, but I just go full speed.
Awesome, right? So I imagine that we've got kind of a set of ER slash some any emergency room hospital drama type deal. And Kid Ragnarok comes bursting through on his psychic trike, and you've got Technocrat in the sidecar there. And when you come bursting in, there's some people, nurses and administrators who are surprised, right? And someone's going to come running up towards you, and you see there's a security officer as well. He's like calling into a walkie-talkie. But there's one who's like, "What are you doing? You need to get that."
Take him. He's hurt. It's a magic thing. It's not Technocrat. Just take him.
Sure.
Him.
Okay. And she'll kind of start reaching in to scoop him up, and then realize, oh, he's got a lot of broken bones. Hold on. She calls for some orderlies to start coming in, and they're going to have to try to lift him out. Like, they don't realize that that's a psychic thing. They think it's actual physical being, and that's when the security guard is. You see he's still talking nervously on the walkie-talkie, and he was out of earshot with whatever you were saying. But yeah, what do you do?
I'm waiting for them to actually get him out of the thing, so that I know they've got him.
Okay.
I'm just like, I do like kind of glance at the security guard and kind of like, and I'm obviously looking very kind of anxious to leave.
Nice.
That's probably not helping.
All right, 4 orderlies come out of a side area. One of them's got like a crash cart stretcher, and they're going to be gently lifting him out, and that's when the security guard starts walking towards you. He's put his walkie-talkie away, but he's got his hand on his revolver, and that's not a revolver. I mean, he's got his hand on his handgun, his piece, his weapon. He's walking towards you, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to get off of that motorcycle, sir."
Sorry, can't do that. I need to get back.
No, I need you to get off of the motorcycle now.
I want to just like changing the bike up or however I need to. I want to just burst as fast as I can possibly go back towards the school.
But right now they're gently lifting Technocrat out of the sidecar. He's not out yet. You actually hear one of the orders like, "Okay, hey, we almost got this, man. We almost got this." But they're so focused on doing this work without his broken body being hurt. Nice, cool. I think you're defending someone now, so I'm going to give you a chance to roll plus save here, and if you are able to succeed, then you can hold long enough and convince this security guard not to freak out on you.
Okay. I got +1 on that. For once, I'm happy of that. My save has been raised.
Okay. On a hit, you keep them safe. You get to choose one. Add a team to the pool. Take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
I think I'll take influence over little Technocrat here. Ming.
Technocrat light. Technocrat might. Awesome. So you have influence over chess mastery. Go ahead and mark that. You'll never have to do homework again. Okay. Sweet. Cool. So then you expose yourself to danger on a 7 to 9. So one of the orderlies, he looks up and he goes, "He's clear." You said you were going to try to take off.
Yeah, I'm full speed back out the way I came.
Nice. So you take off the way you came, and as far as you know, you're gone. But the last panel before we cut away from that is the guy calling in the description of Kid. Yeah, he worked with Technocrat, and he's like a kid on some kind of crazy flying motorcycle. Okay, hey PB. So that's how we've exposed yourself to a situation there. We escalated our danger. So let's kick back to Katana. So Katana, you got thrown against a car from basically a side swap from Powerhouse. It hurt. How badly were you hurt? You're not taking a powerful blow, but how bad do we see Katana hurt here from that?
Pretty bad. I think well, that's more of the movie and the cartoon thing, but like there's a bit where it's just ringing and you just see sort of blurbs and colors and shapes before everything sort of goes back into focus. And we go back to the drama of the moment, and then she sort of crawls up and tries to orient herself and find ASAP.
Nice. Cool. You can find ASAP's body. Let's see. Did you get a mixed and took some... That was a mixed success to defend him, and you took blowback. No, you failed.
No,
Sorry.
I failed.
You failed. Awesome. So Cheetah has not moved, and Powerhouse is still standing over her son, defending. And Electro Bomb has realized what's going on and is basically focusing attacks on Powerhouse and ignoring Lark, who's up on a building, and she's able to throw some sonic screams that way. But Electro Bomb's kind of angling herself to where if Powerhouse is not going to move away from her son's body, and she can angle it to where, Lark is up here not moving, then Lark is going to actually have to affect Powerhouse to hit Electro Bomb. So now she's effectively kind of out-strategized her second opponent at this point. That leaves an opportunity for you, though, because she's focused on two opponents.
Is she up in the air, or...?
She's on the ground, so she's street level. She does not normally fly. Seems like she needs to focus on one particular power. For those who play Champions, she might have a multi-pool. She needs to focus on one particular power, and that power right now is basically attacking Powerhouse with her electricity and her electric charges.
When I was trying to help ASAP, did I see if he was breathing?
He was.
Okay. In that case, I will charge an Electro Bomb. Electro Bomb? Yes, Electro Bomb.
Nice. Cool. So, do you have a good picture? Like, if I've done a decent job, you're in the middle of a city street. You've got Powerhouse standing there with, the street lamp. Cheetah's / ASAP's body kind of right beneath her and behind her. She's almost like a mama lion trying to protect her little baby lion from a threat. And then you got Electro Bomb, who's moving around. She's kind of shooting jolts of electricity, but working from the ground. So that's kind of the picture. So you could run past Powerhouse and attack Electro Bomb if you wish, and directly engage a threat. That'd be awesome.
I will do that.
Cool. When you directly engage a threat, roll plus danger.
Oh, danger! No, wait,
Danger.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I was gonna say I'll take a flying leap at her, but that's not really smart if someone attacks you with electricity. That's an 8.
It's up to Katana to stay grounded right now. Okay.
That would be really good.
Awesome. So on a 7 to 9, pick one. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I will create an opportunity for my allies.
Oh, you're such a good teammate.
I know.
Sweet. Okay, so what is the attack then? Is she making a flashing attack with her katana to try to throw Electro Bomb off balance?
No, she's basically charging in really, really hard and really loud, forcing Electro Bomb to have to respond to her.
Nice.
I have to ignore the other one. She's trying to take up as much space and attention as possible.
You do it. Like, you engage, coming up forward with your sword and your skills, taking what Dave has shown you and adding in your own skill set, and she has to focus on you, and she turns on you and fires several electrodes into you and electrocutes you. You need to take a powerful blow.
Yes. Is that a flat roll?
That is your roll plus. Is it conditions?
Ooh.
Yeah, your roll plus conditions marked.
Well, that's interesting. That's a 3. Wait, low is good, wasn't it?
Low's awesome.
Okay.
That is so fantastic. On a miss, you stand strong. Mark potential as normal and say how you weather the blow.
um. Hmm. How do you weather off electrical blows?
Well, did she actually get the electrodes in you? I mean, you can insert
Yeah,
however
I probably
you
managed. I probably managed to dodge the electrodes with some very fancy, surprisingly fast ninja moves. I managed to dodge the electrodes, and they just went into sides of buildings and stuff like that.
Nice, cool. So then, what we have happen is Electro Bomb. She throws out the electrodes. You knock them aside. She sees coming over top of you, and you see it as well. Powerhouse is swinging that street lamp, but she ducks underneath it. But then she starts to come up, and that's when she's looking at you, and we see from the comics view she's looking at you. So we see you, and we see Britt like fly over top of you, kind of leapfrog over you, and kick her right in the face. And Electro Bomb goes sprawling to the ground and pops up. And if you guys remember the picture of Electro Bomb, which I can totally show you, she has that crazy electric eyes. Where are you, awesome Electro Bomb pick? So she has this crazy electric eyes and this weird encounter type slick suit underneath. And so her eyes like fire up, and she turns and she's gonna run. She just takes off. She's leaving Technocrat. What do you do?
I'm always surprised when people start running at normal speed now. No, I'm okay with that. My first priority is still ASAP.
Sweet.
I don't let her
Cool.
run off.
Yeah, and oddly enough, Powerhouse also does not take off after her.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll cut away from that to Kid Ragnarok. So once you drop off Chessmaster and you take off from the hospital, where were you headed? Were you headed back to the high school? Were you headed to that fight? What were you doing?
The fight, yeah. Like
Nice.
going across the roofs, kind of like knocking things out of the way. You know,
Awesome.
just climbing through this like little lip of the top of buildings.
Cool. As you come skating over the tops of buildings, you see your mother taking flight and flying away, and you don't see your father. What do? Let her go?
No. No, I don't. I'm trying to build. I'm like concentrating even more furiously and trying to build up more speed as I go after her.
Nice. What are you planning on trying to run her over? How do you want to engage her? Because I'm imagining you can catch up to her, because that's the most amazing thing that could happen right now, right?
I think I'm kind of trying to. I think I'm going to provoke her.
Nice. Cool. How are you trying to provoke her? I mean, she'll see you as she's trying to fly away, but how do you get her attention?
As I'm going after her, I'm like yelling, and it's like, "You have ruined everything in my life. You are not leaving now."
That is awesome. Cool. That is a great provoke. So you're trying to get her to stop and face you?
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll superior.
that's +1.
Dang it.
Mark
Nobody's been added to the team pool either, so it's a big fat goose egg.
Yeah.
Cool. She ignores you, and she's going to get away. She turns into a bolt of lightning and streaks across the sky away from you. She didn't even hear you.
You come back here right now. You. And is there like a water? I assume there's a water tower nearby.
Oh, of course there's a water tower nearby.
I could like do a backhand gesture and just like try and just smash it to pieces.
Nice. Awesome. Yes, there's water. The water tower it's one of those like it falls over and then it just gushes water whoosh whoosh over the side of a building. And man, nobody gets insurance in this town. All right. We cut back to the cornfield, and so we have Quartz, who is still engaged with Vespa, and Pixie has saved Pristine. What are you guys doing now at this point? Because it looks like Vespa is gathering some strength to fire her weird green glowing power at you again, Quartz.
I think it would be a good time to pierce the mask.
Nice. Cool. All right. When you pierce someone's mask to see the person beneath, roll plus mundane, which turns out, due to an evil plot, everyone's mundane has been raised secretly for a while now.
Okay, that's a flat roll for me. Eight.
An 8. On a 7 and 9, you get to ask one question.
I would like to know how I can get her to back off.
Oh, wait, you're angry, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I might be. Probably. Yeah, no, then it's a 6.
Oh, my. Okay, so that's a 6. So the good news is you get a potential.
Yay!
Cool. So I'm actually going to flip this. How can she get you to leave her alone?
I think if she threatens to hurt someone else other than me, then I'll quickly back off.
Cool.
But as long as she's focused on me, I'm focused on her.
That's awesome. Cool. So Vespa turns and says, "Get out of here, or I'll kill her," and points to you, Pixie, because she doesn't know that you're Pixie, and she doesn't know that you did that weird vine power. So you're just some random person.
Yeah, in a 19th century dress for some reason. Sure.
Vespa's not thinking clearly for some reason.
No.
So yes, she's threatening Pixie if you don't back off, of course.
Yeah, I sort of like turn back into I suppose still swamp fever.
Decrepit swamp fever. This is battle damage to swamp fever, by the way. Partially rotted battle damage to swamp fever. And so you back off a little bit. What does Pixie do in response?
Yeah, I take 2 steps, like fairly large steps back.
Like flying steps? Like
Oh no, just I'll still walk, but
okay. Nice. That's kind of cool.
It's a tree form. It's large steps.
Sure. Pixie, what do you do in response after you? Now you've been damseled. You're like the damsel in distress.
I got damseled. I did get damseled.
I did that for you.
Oh, you're so great.
So what do you do in response?
Pixie is angry, so Pixie says, "As if," and
the greatest battle cry of the game.
She's going to break something important. Basically, so she's carrying that cracked helmet, and she's basically going to fling it right at Wendy's stomach to kind of hopefully knock the wind out of her, and it also break the helmet.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I played a Nova. I know how to play this game.
Yes, you do. I think you're directly engaging a threat here, right?
I am.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god. Roll plus danger. Oh, that poor helmet, that containment helmet. Oh goodness.
That's a 9.
All right, pick one.
Oh, I am going to impress, surprise, or frighten her.
Sweet. So I think what happens is she reflexively throws out some of that weird green, like a burning energy, and it hits you like it's going to burn part of your dress and burn your skin, which feels really uncomfortable. But then she sees that the helmet, it cracks against her and it just shatters. Right, the glass shatters 'cause you're super strong.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and she's going to fly away. Right, like you just freaked her the hell out. You just made her face the thing that she's denying. And yeah, so she's going to try to fly away. What do you do? And what do you do, Quartz? You see her fleeing from.
I think Quartz would still first check, like he would first look at Pixie to see what she's doing, because he's still trying to protect her.
Yeah. And she's kind of recoiled from the blow with the green radioactive stuff. But she kind of glances up, sees her fleeing, and kind of meets Quart's eyes and says, "Go, just we have to stop her before she really hurts somebody."
And then, actually, yeah, no, I think I'm going to have to pick you up again.
Nice, cool. So you swoop down to pick her up, and then we'll cut. We'll take a break here. We've hit the staple, so we're going to take about a 5 or so minute break, a little bio break for everybody. So see you guys in a few. All right. Well, I think most people are back enough where we can start picking up scenes in just a sec here. From the side chatter, we have a few people who are gobbling up some foods. You do that. You take care of yourself, man. All right. So let's pick up with. So we had Pixie and Quartz taking off after Wendy. As Vespa, we have the unconscious ASAP will be woken up by Katana, who has saved him, and Kid Ragnarok arriving on the scene. So we've gone from 3 scenes back down to 2 separate scenes. I'm so excited about that. So let's pick back up with Pixie and Quartz to give Jules a moment or two longer. Cool. So Quartz, you reach in and you grab Pixie up, and you guys fly after Vespa. How fast can Quartz fly? I mean, I imagine.
He's generally not very fast. So if Vespa is, because she's has wings at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how used to flying Wendy is, but
yeah, she's not the most acrobatic flyer. This is not within her skill set, but it is now. So as the two of you are flying after her, you hear a crackle of thunder, and clouds appear overhead very suddenly. And Pixie and Quartz, you both, of course, less so for you, because I imagine that you're. Oh, you're not muted, Jules. I imagine that you're normally not super sensitive, although you have a better chance of this now that you've got flesh and stuff. But you feel an electric pulse, like it's like a static electricity growing to where it makes your skin tingle a little bit. And flying above you, high up near the clouds, is none other than the president of your high school, Maelstrom, and he's headed towards Vespa. And it looks like you're probably not going to be able to catch Vespa. She just keeps flying. She's actually headed south out of the city proper, as you guys are on the kind of the outer reaches of Halcyon City. What do you do?
I think, I think I'd still keep following and see what President Maelstrom is about to do, at least. And unless Pixie, of course, says otherwise, but
Yeah, Pixie just watched a bolt of lightning fry a bad guy. And, Wendy's currently dressed up as a bad guy. So she's panicking a little bit because she doesn't want to see that. So she's going to be yelling at Wendy, "Wendy, you have to stop! Land!" But she's definitely repeating, "It's Wendy!"
Nice, cool.
Please don't shoot her.
So are you trying to provoke President Maelstrom, or are you trying to provoke Vespa?
Well, I think
know
at
you're
this
trying to
point
do
it's
both.
actually... Well, no, not really, because at this point it's almost... She's more trying to defend Wendy because she's afraid Maelstrom's going to fry her.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's go with defend. I like that. That's very interesting. Roll plus savior. You're defending someone from an immediate threat.
Ooh, I have a 1. Good for me. I have a 5. Good for me.
So the good news is you get a potential. Oh my goodness, this
So
is
much
amazing.
good news.
So much good news. And you do that. There's a moment when Vespa turns and she looks back at you, and she hesitates and starts to head towards the ground, and that's when there is a crack, and again a giant bolt of lightning just completely engulfs her, and you can see it lances the ground, and smoke comes up from the ground, and you see the black silhouette of Vespa, and the wings, you can see them kind of sizzle and burn off, and then she starts falling to the ground. What do you do?
How high up are we?
I imagine you guys are like 50, 60 feet up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Quartz, you have to catch her.
I'll try.
So if you mess up, you're probably going to drop Pixie, just so you know.
Yes.
I think that's what's at risk here.
That's
Cool.
fine. I think that's even Pixie understands that.
Nice. Do you think you're defending Vespa from the ground? Or do you think you're... I'm just trying to make sure that we apply this right.
Let's see. I think it might be more unleashing my powers to
Okay, I
overcome
could
an
buy that.
obstacle.
Yeah, I probably should ask what you wanted to do before we started trying to put it into a...
I think what I'll do, because she's falling now, so I'm just going to increase my density to actually start falling faster than her.
That's awesome. So she's a ton of feathers. You're like a ton of bricks or something. Awesome. Sweet. So let's see you unleash your powers. Roll plus freak. Say chic.
Let's see.
Well, Pixie, what's your reaction as he's like becoming this very dense swamp fever?
So I imagine it's kind of, we're going across, and then all of a sudden we drop. So she immediately, she was kind of perched precariously before, but she immediately kind of throws her arms around his neck area and kind of, curls up into his chest with a little squeak of surprise.
Yeah, you get damseled again.
Yay!
Let's see. Let's see if I... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was looking if I had any penalties due to my conditions. So yes, that's a 7 then.
So you actually do succeed.
I sort of succeed.
Yay! Cool. Okay. When you unleash your powers. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What I try to do is once we're over top of her, just increase my density so we just plummet after her. And as soon as I manage to grab her, I'm going to probably put her and Pixie in sort of a Groot-like ball. And sort of cushion the fall for them with my own body.
Nice. So you like a little moment of we are quartz and then smack.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Of course, as we're falling still very fast, trying to reduce my mass again, trying to levitate a bit again, but I'm probably still going to hit hard.
Yeah, you are. Please take a powerful blow as you guys are... What's Pixie doing as she's inside the quartz ball, the Swamp Fever quartz ball with Vespa?
Looking over Vespa. Not that Pixie has any medical training, but... there was the class she took in middle school because everyone was required to, but, that was mostly just a giggle-off class. But, because you have to make out with a dummy. So she doesn't really have any medical training. But she's still going to look her over and... try to see what she can do.
Her body is charred and burned, and she is unconscious and right now unresponsive. And then you hit the ground. So how did Quartz take that powerful blow?
He rolled a 6. Well, he rolled a 4 and then added 2 for his conditions.
Wow, that is amazing. So you gain a potential.
Yay!
You stand strong, and tell us how you were able to weather the blow.
I think just before he hits the ground, he sort of like he reshapes the ball at the bottom, so that it's like it starts pointing down more. So you've got sort of like a reverse teardrop shape. So that's like the sharp end just pierces into the ground, and thereby like making the impact. It is not just on the bottom of the ball. It starts spreading out on that edge.
Nice. That's cool. I love it. So you land, and you have the body of Windy Wither as well. It's the body of Vespa. She looks just like Vespa, who much more attractive than Windy Wither, because Windy Wither, if you guys remember, was very kind of emaciated and always pale and stringy hair. Vespa, on the other hand, very attractive. She's from Buenos Aires. She's fit, and even super burnt. But she's messed up. And when you look up Pixie, I imagine Quartz at some point you're gonna.
The bubble is going to slowly open up again and sort of shape back into. If initially like just letting them out, sort of like it's almost folding open like a flower.
Oh, that's kind of weird and cool.
Actually, no. Actually, because it's in fact in swamp fever form, it is going to open up like a flower, of course.
Aww.
Nice. After you open up like a flower, the two of you feel tingling, and Quartz, the sensations that were running across your skin, your inner organs that you were moving around during your shape-shifting, everything starts to resume that state that is more familiar and comfortable to you. Pixie, you feel your skin start to harden and petrify, and you see the burned and mangled body of Vespa slowly shift back into your classmate, Wendy Sumner. And she's hurt real bad. And President Maelstrom is way up high in the clouds, and he starts heading back towards the high school. And two of you are alone with her body. What do you do?
Quartz starts shaping into a chair.
Pixie's actually, there were tears already in her eyes when she still looked human, but she's as she's transforming, the tears are becoming more and more prominent because wood does not absorb as well as skin. And she's like, she's hurt. She's very hurt, Quartz. Can you call ASAP or something? We have to get her. I don't even know if hospitals can handle people who are radioactive.
Place her on my surface.
Okay.
Cool.
She goes.
This touching her hurts, Pixie. Like, it burns. It's like you're sticking your hand into boiling water. Both of your hands in, and when you pick her up, you can feel it just crawling along your palm. The weird wooden parts of you, and you put her onto Quartz, and so then we'll cut away after you guys do that, and Kid Ragnarok, you arrive on the scene. Your mother has left. Your father is crashed into a Starbucks, and out of it, his body is broken and mangled. You see, and Katana, you see this as well, as ASAP turns from Cheetah back into ASAP and slowly starts to wake up. So, Kid Ragnarok, what I'm going to give you first reaction here is these things are all happening simultaneously. What are you doing when you come onto the scene here?
There's like a momentary kind of like pause as he kind of comes onto the scene, and then you can see almost like a mask come up over his expression as he tries to just avoid all the horribleness that's going on, and just like, hey buddy, you okay there? You know, looking at a bit of fall, and kind of walks up towards ASAP to kind of start helping him up.
Did we get him? Did we put him down?
We did.
I'm just going to quickly switch off my mic and put it back on.
ASAP just looks around groggily, kind of groggily.
Cool. You see your mother as she is headed over to pick up the body of Technocrat. Probably going to be taking him back to the Spike now that she sees you're awake and coming to and taking on your normal form. Britt is making sure a few people who got hurt at the Starbucks, she's checking on them. Now that Katana, you seem like you're okay and recovered. I mean, it's your team, so she's just trying to stay out of the way. And you see Kid Ragnarok trying to play like nothing really happened.
I don't meet his eyes. He's kind of looking at the ground, looking at the situation.
Go on. Let's get you back up, and we'll take you back to school. You cool? Yeah, you good? It's another day at Hope High. It's
Yeah, I guess so.
crazy day. So yeah,
Always a crazy thing, huh?
we're good, right? Yeah. I mean, it's- you remember that concert and you did the thing where you like made it like removed all the wall and it like did a cool pyrotechnic display, and that was cool. Yeah.
You kind of see ASAP kind of just a hint of a smile kind of comes over his. Yeah, we're cool.
Are you sure you don't want me to punch him? I could punch him for you.
Hey.
The smile gets
Why are we
bigger.
bringing up punching?
You know, it would be, you know, it's if it's
wouldn't
doing you a
mind.
favor.
I wouldn't mind.
She sort of turns
Okay.
to Ragnar and says, just sorry, we just have to. You
Just
know.
this once. Just try not to make it hurt. And I'm like,
And then you have the perfect comic book panel where it ends with this beautiful pow.
Nice. That's really cool. It's cool. Yeah,
ow!
I think one punch. Oh man, that's good. Yeah. I think that scene. Do we end that scene and kind of skip ahead?
I think they'll
think
just
so.
start heading back to the school, yeah?
Cool. So there is a mechanic in all of our play we have not yet engaged. That while there have been some pretty hard choices here, it would be interesting if perhaps this led to share a triumphant celebration. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just like seeding it as a possibility. As we'll skip ahead a bit in time. Quartz, where did you take Windy wither? Where did you?
I would probably have taken her to, the nearest hospital.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is
had
probably
enough.
like the Halcyon City Hospital is probably equipped for supers.
Yeah, Halcyon General is, yes.
And probably along the way, I would have probably tried to heal her a bit with my Belong into Worlds.
Ooh, so cool. Oh, remind us of how that goes. It's been a while.
Well, exactly. It's been a while, which is important because whenever time passes, if you've been in contact with your people, roll plus superior, and so it's up to you if I've actually been in contact with my people enough in the past to make that happen.
I think so. I think you've been in contact about leading up to this dance.
Well,
whatever.
in that case, I can normally try to clear someone's condition.
Nice.
I can try. That's to say. Oh, wow. Okay, yes, I clear someone's condition.
Wow. That is so cool. Oh, man.
So there's some healing happening on the way to the hospital already.
Nice. I imagine you would do a few panels that don't really have a whole lot of, don't have any speech bubbles, and some people come out in containment suits, and they take Wendy from you, and they put her in a containment suit, and they cart her away. And she's healed, though. You see her body is in a lot better shape. In fact, she has a little bit more fullness to her cheeks. Maybe she's in a little bit better state than when you'd last seen her before she became Vespa.
Great. And I still have two holds to spend later.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm glad you worked that in. Good call. So Pixie, when you get back to the high school, what do? Oh, you're muted.
There. Is the rest of the team there yet, or?
Let's say they're arriving soon after. So you have to walk back. They fly/drive stolen motorcycle back. So, yeah. So you guys get there. You see that they're starting to come up.
So Pixie's still very upset about this. The entire walk back was probably spent crying. But she's just drying her tears as she's walking up. And as soon as she sees the group, she scampers over to them and starts blurting out, Principal Maelstrom tried to kill Wendy!
What?
Lightning! I don't know. But he tried to kill her.
Is he a bad guy now?
Probably.
It might
You don't kill students with lightning bolts.
It might be like my mom. They see someone who's a villain, even though they weren't, and they just attack without thinking.
What he said.
And we're going to let him get away with it? She was running away. She wasn't even anywhere near the school.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the professionals. They're supposed to know better.
Well, do you want to... I'm not sure if you want to beat him up or if you want to sue him, or...
I don't know. What? ASAP. ASAP.
What?
What would your grandpa have done?
I don't know. None of the heroes should be acting like this. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Well then, if none of you are going to do something about it, I am. And she turns on her little heel and stomps towards the front doors of school.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet.
We better go with her.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. Don't hit me again.
You hit him? And she stops and
She
spins
did.
around.
Maybe she's evil as well now.
I don't think one needs to be evil to want to hit you. Anyhow, we worked it all out. It's all good now. Go team. Oh,
Yay.
I'm not sure if that counts as sharing a triumphant celebration.
Oh yeah, that's the thing we were supposed to be working towards.
Guys. Okay, let's just say you guys don't take direction well.
At least I can report that Wendy has been taken into the hospital and she's improving.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Victory, no?
That is good.
High five, anyone? High five?
Oh, sure!
Yay! Is it just Katana and Rags high-fiving and no one else?
I do. I do not understand the significance of your culture and the significance of your 5 digits.
Somebody else want to explain that to him? Aye.
If you did something that was good and you did it together, you can bump softly bump fists, or, you know, whatever you have for fists. Or hand also good. High five.
I'm having a hard time what to say. La 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 la.
Touch my hand with your hand!
I actually grab
Yes.
Quartz's hand and just gently press it against Katana's hand, and then back away slightly.
Woo!
See? Not too scary.
There's like some blue lights within quartz. You do not understand what it means, but he seems unimpressed somehow.
Oh.
Oh, wah, wah. Well, another thing, there's like the upper left-hand corner of the main sheet that have moves that we've never even touched, like Moment of Truth, or sharing a triumphant celebration, or sharing a vulnerability or weakness with somebody. Although I think we've not engaged that mechanic, but done it in the fiction several times.
We did the
You
weakness.
need to unlock your moment of truth.
You do.
experience.
You do. You have to buy it with an advance. That's true.
Yeah. And we did the sharing of the weakness.
We did. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, did we actually do that?
We did it
Switch
mechanically.
influence?
We did it mechanically.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
And
Sorry.
everything.
Go us.
Awesome. I'm sorry. Well, we definitely haven't shared.
You're questioning our traditional gaming.
I am, obviously.
I don't think we can turn this into a triumphant celebration.
No, I don't think so
Not
either.
gonna-
So you guys are following Pixie as she's going to
Yes.
confront President Maelstrom?
Yes.
That sounds fine.
That would
with me.
make Pixie team leader for an oncoming
Oh, dear.
conflict.
She's
Yeah.
leading the team into conflict.
I think she totally is. Let's stat that up.
Stat that shit.
All right, team
I-
mechanics. We
I
need
think
to
as they're heading forward, I think I would like try and walk beside ASAP and talk to him a little bit, but kind of it's like, as the team pool is being made.
Nice. So crazy. When you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. You're now going from 0 to 2.
Yes.
If the leader has influence over every teammate, you may add another
don't.
team. Okay. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight,
I think we do.
Probably. We don't
Yeah.
know yet what we're going up against, but
Because so far the purpose seems to be Pixie's mad, and everyone else is just like, let's go
Yeah.
make sure she doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, there might be a general agreement that, no, we don't know enough, I think, about the situation to actually have a similar purpose.
Okay.
Unless it's like headmasters should not electrocute students, if that's the general statement. We're against
Yes.
that.
I'm fair with. I think that's fair.
We're anti-electrocuting students.
Anti-electrocuting in general, really. A bunch of us have been electrocuted, and it was not fun.
That's true. A bunch of you have. Most of the group has been electrocuted recently. If any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, remove a team.
Nope.
No.
ASAP?
No, ASAP's actually kind of in agreement with Pixie.
If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance.
Ill prepared.
yeah, I think we can safely say we're ill prepared. And off balance.
Yeah.
Okay, then you remove a team. So you should be back at 2 then, correct?
Should be back at 2. Okay.
Yeah, because you add 2 to the team pool to start off.
Got it.
Then you didn't have influence, but everyone has the same general purpose. However, you're ill-prepared and off-balance. So it goes 2, 3, back to 2.
Excellent.
Awesome. Cool. So President Maelstrom is in his office. There are a number of faculty there, including Fate's Fury, Miss Kincaid. The door is slightly ajar, and they're talking. But I imagine you just walk right in?
Barge. Barge is the correct verb.
Barge right in. Awesome. So you barge right in, and President Maelstrom looks up. As a reminder, because I love this art, we will show you a picture of President Maelstrom, who's looking kind of awesome. So we have to show the awesome pictures because it's a comic book. So there you go. There's President Maelstrom. And he looks up and he says, "You, the new Silver Saviors, what is it that you need?"
You tried to kill Wendy.
No. Is there anything else, children?
I saw you. You were flying around and there was lightning and you tried to kill Wendy. If not for Quartz, you would have.
What did you do, Quartz?
I just recovered the injured Wendy, who was still in the shape of a insectoid lady, and I administered some healing to her, and I dropped her off at your facilities for healing.
As I expected. Good work. Now, did you not notice that once what was Vespa became Wendy Sumner, that your transformations ceased?
They kind of all stopped at the same time.
Right. And the trigger point for that was when she lost consciousness.
So you're blaming
I
the fact
believe
you...
that is.
Go ahead, Jan.
I believe that is correlation, not causation.
Yes. That. And also, you can't blame almost killing a kid on that C word he just said.
Quartz. Rude words.
That's a C word? Sorry, I think Sophia, like, Face Fury will say, that's not a C word. Because she would not let that stand. President Maelstrom says, no, point of fact, Wendy was in a restricted section of the library and had found a particular enchantment that allowed her to assume the form of the guise she wore. It seems that it did not act as she anticipated, and unfortunately she was, as you can see from the corn maze, that she was a danger, that she had removed herself from the containment suit, and that she was hurting people.
When will we learn the books are just... This is what happens when we have books. No good can come of it. No good. Hands up in the air and start walking away a bit.
She wasn't the only student that was injured by adults today who just lashed out at people that looked like who they were dressed as.
Are you talking about your mother?
Yeah, I'm sure probably there's more.
Yes. Yes, Jesse, your mother did lash out to who she thought was Technocrat. It will be dealt with.
And who's going to deal with you?
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
For
A
what?
freak accident of your weather patterns hitting one of the other adults visiting your school.
If you're referring to Technocrat, he was an unauthorized visitor, and he was expelled.
Is you handle with unexpected visitors quite strangely on your worlds.
I take the safety of my charges very seriously.
Except Wendy.
And what was your reaction doing, other than extending the threat outside of the school grounds?
We had it under control.
No, I'm sorry, but you didn't. I appreciate your passion, and I think what you did was... it came from a good place in your heart. One day, I think you may be a hero.
I don't care what I am as long as I'm nothing like you.
I think you're rejecting his influence.
Hey!
Sweet. When you reject someone's influence, roll. Just straight up roll, unless you're a
Oh,
delinquent.
scary. 5.
On a miss, their words hit you hard. Mark a condition, and I get to adjust your
Oh.
labels. So what condition do you take from this?
You know, I think I'm going with hopeless.
Nice. Good choice.
Wait.
Sweet.
Can I use team move? The team pool. Have we got any team pool? Can I use it?
Yeah, you got. Yeah, I don't know why not. 4 and 1, 5. So
I can get +2 if I do it with criminal destructive means.
Oh my God! Please do this thing.
What's in the office?
What's in the office? Okay, so he's got his nice, huge desk, and then he's got several awards. And he's got this glass water clock that looks incredibly expensive. That sits on top of his desk. It's probably his most prized possession.
I had to slap it off the table and go, mic drop. Before just after Pete's statement.
Oh, you're such a bastard. I love it.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Okay, on a hit, you successfully hold to yourself and tune them out. On a 7 and 9, you get to choose one. So you can clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove him wrong, or you can shift a label or a label up and a label down, your choice, or you can cancel their influence and take a +1 forward against President Maelstrom.
I would like to cancel his influence.
Oh, Man, that's awesome. Okay, so you get a +1 forward against Maelstrom. Yeah, so then he's trying to tell you, hey, someday you're going to be a hero, little Shimaki student girl, and you tell him off. And Ragnar senses this moment is perfect for flipping the water clock. It crashes to the ground, and the water kind of seeps out, and he screams out, "Mic drop!" What do you guys do at that moment then? Because Maelstrom's like, there's a cloud starting to form over his head, and he looks very upset, but he's still sitting in his seat. What do you do?
We should go. I regret that.
ASAP just laughs and then turns to go, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice. What about Katana?
Oh yeah, she'll totally. Well, she'll make sure. She wants to make sure that Pixie's also leaving.
Oh yeah, Pixie will go.
Okay.
Because that's what you do when you mic drop. You walk.
Yeah, you can't say anything after mic drop.
It's cool. Does Quartz know about mic drops?
Nope. Well, he doesn't understand at all.
What does Quartz do then? Is Quartz like the last one to leave?
He's probably going to stand there a bit awkwardly, like.
Well, then Katana will go to Quartz. This is where we leave.
Yes.
And then, luckily, he gets a cue because that's when he goes like, okay, and then he sort of follows.
Nice. Cool. So you guys head out of Maelstrom's office. Probably still a little bit on the heated side, not conditional-wise, but still a little angry. And in the hallway, walking towards you, ASAP, is your mother. Jesse, do you have a minute?
Yeah.
Do you require assistance, friend ASAP?
Yeah. Stay if you want.
No, I'm good. Thanks, so.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. You guys are a team. I'm
Oh,
talking
we
to Jesse, but you're a team. Listen, your father never wanted Ragnar to be a part of your team, but I have faith in your judge of character. I just want you to know, I think you made the right choice. So, it was a rough night tonight. You guys came out okay. It's a good job fighting against Electrobomb. Well, it wasn't easy. So.
I'm glad he's part of my team, too.
Rags.
Y'all have a good night.
Back kind of just...
I'm gonna go to the hospital and visit that kid that I hit. And then she'll turn and leave. So, where are you guys headed? There is no more dance. There's no more official dance. The gym is closed for repairs. Students have been requested to return to their dorms, but you're not confined to quarters or anything like that. So, Katana, what's your plan?
Is there still any punch?
Yes.
I totally remember where it last was.
I think a scene with Punch would be good.
I'll go get it if we want to take it for ourselves.
Sweet. Whose room were you guys in?
I think it'd piss off Brick if we hide in my room.
I don't know. He's like a pretty guy.
Oh man, now
Wow.
Andrea's got you went all
Andrea's
silent.
silent.
Isn't pissing off
sorry.
Brick a bonus?
Yeah, no, that wasn't against. That was...
Why are we pissing off Brick?
I mean, it's just a side effect of...
By having a
Fuck,
party.
really.
Kid Rock's door.
I do not share my room with anyone else. Perhaps my room would suffice. Remember that my room is completely Spartan. There's no furniture whatsoever.
You can't even lean against a table in Corsa's room. There's no table unless he becomes a table. Sweet. Cool. So
The punch.
is it just the team and Punch?
What more do we need?
Yeah, and I think that almost counts for a triumphant celebration.
Woo!
Cool. All right. So then, I think we're moving towards possibly like into session stuff. So let's see. Do you guys feel like let's look at everybody's shared triumphant celebration here and see if that fills in the last little bits here. So for the outsider, when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, take influence over them. If you show them meaningful affection, physical or emotional, they decide if it's meaningful. So what will we see there, or is that something you want to go forward towards?
I think, like, he's not a very he doesn't show a lot of outward emotions. However, you'll notice a few pink lights and some red ones, and there's some nice colors lighting up the room. And he will say something along the lines of, I have learned a lot today about human interaction, emotion, and status. Thank you for these lessons.
Why do I feel like you're going to write a report about us and send it back to your homeworld with like diagrams and pictures?
If you prefer I didn't, I will refrain from mentioning this to my people.
I guess you can send the report. It's fine.
I assure you it will be nothing but positive.
All right. For the legacy, when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, tell them whether you see them as an equal. If you do, give them influence over you and mark potential. I think we can probably save that for last. Is that a conversation you'll have with Kid Ragnarok? Possibly.
I'm considering it, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. All right, cool. Let's move forward to the delinquent. When you share a triumphant celebration with one, ask if they think you're cool. If they say yes, give them influence.
That's easy.
Okay, and the transformed. When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, clear one condition: if they treat you like a perfectly normal person. Ooh. Interesting. Did anybody treat you like a perfectly normal person, Pixie?
No one ever treats me like a perfectly normal person. And my team move says something different than what you just read.
Really? Okay. What's it say?
Clear one condition if they treat you like a person, and mark potential if they treat you like a teammate.
And mark potential. You're right. If they praise your power or abilities. Yeah, I think this is version 4, which might be slightly newer, but we can go with what we've been going with, and they're basically the same, so that's fine. Yeah. So do you
I don't think anyone treated me like a normal person, though.
Anybody praise your powers? Your
Totally damseled.
I totally damseled. That was all out of character commentary, though.
I don't know. He was trying really hard to protect you like a regular person.
He was trying really hard to protect me. That's true. That's very true. I'll take it. Although I don't have any conditions declared, but...
Well, yeah. Nobody praise your power or abilities? Dang it. Alright. Last but not least, before we get to the Kid Ragnarok plus ASAP conversation, is the beacon. You share a triumphant celebration with someone, tell them how they're awesome. And add a team to the pool.
Katana will actually do that at some point when she's not too drunk yet, and sort of hit Pixie on the shoulder, which is painful for me, and say, "Great job on keeping your team together, because that sounded really hectic on your side. Not that our side was better, but it sounded like you did a good job.
Thanks.
And, FYI, next time you're going to storm off to confront some bad guy, take us with you. Then we don't have to run after you, don't look dumb, and then you have some backup. Because we're a team, right?
We're a team. We're the best damn team on campus.
Woo! Makes it sort of very splashy punch
Yes.
toast.
The carpet's probably got little red splashes all over it.
Oh no!
Cool. Okay, so other than a requested scene between Kid Ragnarok and ASAP, are there any other scenes we want on this last night of the fall ball? Kind of curious. It doesn't have to necessarily be a whole scene, but I am curious how things end up with Katana and Britt, and I'm curious if there's anything else from Pixie and Quartz going out. Like, is that just no longer a thing now that it has become this group hang? Those are the two questions a little bit in my mind. So Katana, how does that whole thing go?
Well, I'm not sure how when the Kid Ragnarok ASAP conversation happens, but at some point Katana will go off, probably more than a bit tipsy, and go knock on Britt's door, who might be asleep already. But she's still drunk, so.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to get an answer for the other two, and then we'll start working through these scenes. So, Quartz and Pixie, is there anything more going on between the two of you, date-wise, or you're both like the royalty of awkward? So I understand.
Are we in Quartz's room? Is that where we're drinking now, in Quartz's room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think once Pixie will declare that she wants to head back, if she does that, then he'll offer to walk her back to her room, because that's what you're supposed to do.
You know what else you're supposed to do?
Well,
after a really, really good date, which is kind of was, even though people almost died. I'm still counting it. Usually, it's tradition to give the girl a kiss.
I see.
Do you want me to show you how?
Please.
So she leans forward and gives him a kiss.
Quartz lacking an actual mouth. It's a bit awkward. However, you'll notice that, like, the lip area, the mouth area, starts heating up a bit.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it's a very nice, gentle warmth that's spreading to your lips.
Excellent.
That is very cool. Does Pixie turn and go into her room after that?
So I think because it's all comic book panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's the scene where they kiss, and then she kind of, like, her cheeks are flushed a little bit because of the the heat kind of caught her off guard. And then the next panel is her, it's kind of her pulling him into the room with the door kind of slowly shutting behind them.
Ooh, interesting. Nice. And then it's just as the two of you go into the room, and then the panel just shows, like, you can hear there's a bit of laughter between the two of them, but the what's in frame is the empty bed of Wendy Sumner.
Why are you ruining our fun?
Yeah, man.
It's levels. It's fun and
Such
just,
a downer.
well, you guys didn't notice it. Okay, and then, so we'll cut to Katana making a just tipsy call upon Britt by knocking on her room. I'm sorry, but I need to remind myself of who her roommate is. Hold on. I don't think that's defined. Nope, it is not defined. Awesome. So, she's roommates with Hannah, who is also known as Idol, another member of the Superlatives, who Jesse was going to kind of ask, but decided not to ask, hopes that Katana, would be free. So there you go. It's cool. You knock on the door, and after a minute, you see the light. Not a minute. After a few seconds, the light underneath the door kind of comes on, and the door opens up, and you see like there's a sleep mask that's pushed up onto her forehead, and it's Britt. She has no makeup on, and she has like a long sleeve shirt that looks like a Halcyon City Knights jersey, and she looks up. Hey, Jesse. Oh, you're muted.
Hey, you're asleep. I should have come tomorrow.
I'm not asleep. I'm awake.
Oh, that's good. So am I. I may have had a few drinks. So it's probably not the right time to talk to you. But, it was the dance today. Even though it feels like it's been ages ago. And I feel bad that we didn't get a chance to hang out in a normal way without stolen motorcycles. And that we didn't get to do all the prom stuff or the dance stuff. And also that I didn't get to kiss you. Is this inappropriate?
She steps into the hallway and kind of gently closes the door and says, I don't think we're ever going to get to do anything normal anymore. So, that's okay. But yeah. I kind of wish we could have done some prom stuff too.
Well, we're pretty sneaky, right? Like, if you took everyone in school who would be grounded and stuck in the dorms right now, we would probably be two of the more sneakier people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Let's go.
Okay. She flings off her little sleep mask and follows you, and the two of you heading off. And so now we cut back to, at what point does Kid Ragnarok pull ASAP, or is he wait until the tipsy Katana leaves, and it's just the two of you guys there in Quartz's room, because Quartz just walked to Pixie, quote unquote, home.
Yeah, I think I probably have some sort of psychically formed couch that I've made.
Psychic couch.
Psychic couch. Psycho couch. Anyway, maybe ASAP is on the couch as well. We're drinking.
Yeah.
There's there's a pretty big dent in the amount of punch. I think we've cut through quite a bit of it. Look, I totally flaked on my date for you guys. I think she's on a roof somewhere.
We'll see if she got back. I'm sure they did. Sure she did.
Yeah. Look, I wanted to tell you, right?
Yeah. It can't be easy, I guess.
It's
We both got kind of messed up parents, don't we?
I mean, yeah, totally. But I mean, it was again cool, I guess.
Yeah.
You all,
My mom is.
for a second, he's about to say that he thought it was a bit hot, but he stopped himself. You know, she nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. He looks at him like slightly dreamy for a second, and like, and takes another drink. Yeah. So I mean, I know you said we're. I know you said we're good, right? At where all that shit went down, but damn.
Yeah. I mean, I was mad at first, but to be honest, I was more mad at my dad and mom for not telling me these things.
Guess that everyone wanted me to have trying to stop me from turning into a supervillain, and I mean, I know who my parents are, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not like them.
No, you're nothing like them. You're actually pretty cool.
You're not too bad yourself, for a kid.
Thanks. We should totally do something to Principal Maelstrom's office.
Oh, yeah. That would be kind of cool. It's probably no one there now.
Probably not at this time. I could probably find like the janitor supplies, get some toilet paper or something. I can toilet paper, a whole house in like 3 seconds.
Super speed is really good for hijinks.
I know, right? Pretty cool.
Do you know what? If we form a new team, you can totally join Kid Ragnarok and the others. Co-founder and everything.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool.
And I think he runs off and then runs back with like a big old pile of like the industrial sized toilet paper, a couple rolls of those.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
I think the panel probably has to end up in like giggling as they run out the room with the big pile of supplies.
Nice. I like that a lot. Yes, you guys run out with the next bit of supplies, and then like the last panel of the book is President Maelstrom walking, and he's opened his office up, and he's looking in. You can't see in the office, and he just says, "Jane, give me a mop." And that'll be the end of this session. That'll be the end of our game session until we have some end of session stuff to take care of, and then we will call it a close. So other than the end of session, let's see, is there legacy questions? You want to lead off with those first?
Sure. Have I been upholding the traditions of my legacy?
Yeah, I think so. Any disagreements?
No.
I agree.
Okay.
Have I maintained the image of my legacy? If I get
Yes.
caught toilet paper in the office, I might.
Nobody's caught you yet.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
It
future anyway.
could have been
That's not-
anyone.
Yeah, yeah. There's no cameras or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they're
Kid
going to pick you up
Ragnarok's
on
totally not gonna. Kid Ragnarok's totally not gonna spray paint KR and ASAP were here.
KR and ASAP were here.
Oh no.
Like equals.
Oh.
Have you made other members of your legacy proud?
Quite literally, yes, if you consider your mom part of the legacy. So
Mm-hmm.
cool. Let's get an update on drives from our beacon. Where are you on the drive count right now?
I'm doing very well. I've punched someone I probably shouldn't. I've gotten drunk with a teammate, all my teammates, so excellent. So right now I need to drive a fantastical vehicle, and I need to take down a threat all on my own. And right now I'm at full potential, so that's quite possible.
Nice.
For a moment of truth at some point.
Oh, that's cool. Cool. All right. Any other post end of session questions kind of stuff to do, or shall we jump in?
Our celebration stuff, triumph, have we done those all?
I think so. I think you guys both hit yours.
But I mean, we've done the actual mechanics of them all.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Okay. So for legacy, when you share triumph and celebration with someone, tell them whether you see them as an equal. I think we got that from ASAP. So
Yeah,
if you
I
do
forgot to
give,
And it's spray painted on the wall, apparently, so
oh my
there you
God.
go.
If you do give them influence over you and mark potential, does he already have influence over you? I think.
He does.
He does.
So then you Ragnar get to move one label up and one label down for ASAP, and ASAP gets a potential.
Right.
So the delinquent, your moment of truth. There it is. You share triumph and celebration with someone. Ask them if they think you're cool. I remember that specifically being offered to you. So if they say yes, give them influence. So now he has influence over you, and you get influence over him. So now there's more label shifting. And you add
You're a little bit more superior now, and a little less mundane.
Cool. So that means that ASAP you can move Ragnar's one label up and one label down.
I think I'm gonna raise his. You know what? I'll raise his. Oh, I can't lower his teacher. I want to raise his freak.
Sure. Make him less mundane.
Yeah, let's do that. I hate giving negative stats, but okay.
All right. End of session overall. Like, did we do all the triumphants? I think we got all the triumphants. Yes. You just ruined Katana's plan, by the way, ASAP. Take it down a day.
Mine is the thing. If they think you're cool, if they say yes, give them influence and take influence. So I mean, me and ASAP have already done that, so it's contributing again.
Let's let it go. Otherwise, it's going to get.
I just need to know if people thought my my moment of meaningful affection was in fact meaningful to them.
Pixie was very touched.
That's important.
Yeah, she was definitely touched.
Cool. So what happens if that's the case for the outsider?
I can influence over them.
All right. Did you already have influence? Sorry for the yawn.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so then you get to move Pixie's one label up, one label down.
Let's see.
Yeah, things get weird when, yeah. Note to self: when we do the celebrations at the end of the session, and then end the session right after it gets weird.
I'm guessing. Freak up by 1, because I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed.
Wanna get freaky?
Yes. Danger down by 1.
Done.
All right, let us do our official end of session. Is there anything else?
I think Pixie's stats are too low if I compare them to the rest.
It is weird. You should have an overall +2, right?
Oh, then
I do
it's
have an
fine.
overall +2.
Well, then ASAPs are way too high. Because ASAP's basically got a 5.
Yeah, a few people have, I think, got +3s.
+3. I can lower 1.
All right, let's work. Let's worry. I know that someone needs to get to work soon, so let's do the end of session.
Just since we started, since we're kind of wrapping up almost now, I've got plenty of time.
Okay, let's start with ASAP. Did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I think I'm growing more into image of myself because I'm kind of starting to be disillusioned with some of the heroes.
Explain how you. Okay, I think you explained how you saw yourself. Shift one label up, one another down.
Okay. More of a freak. And superior down? Yeah.
Okay. Kid Ragnarok. Did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I grew closer to the team, and it's ASAP.
ASAP made you feel welcome?
He was expecting it way worse when it was revealed, and yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna rule we don't double dip on changing the labels again, so you don't get anything out of that ASAP. Sorry, dude. But Ragnar can clear a condition or mark potential.
Because I'm an experienced horse, I think I'm going to take the potential and keep being afraid, because he's still, unsure about how everyone will.
All right, Pixie. Did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I think I grew more into my own image of myself, because the matter at hand of saving people and standing up for people who can't stand up for themselves finally outweighed the fact that she's no longer human and pretty. Also kisses. So she got some of that confidence back, and she definitely feels like she has a purpose now.
Nice. I love that. So you may shift one label up and one label down. Quartz. Did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
Closer to the team and closer to humanity.
Very cool. Who made you feel welcome?
I was made closer to the team and humanity by Smoochies.
Okay, so Pixie, I think you already had influence.
I did.
So you may shift a label up and a label down for Quartz. And Quartz may clear a condition or mark potential.
Oopsies.
So that's superior down by 1 and mundane up by 1?
Yep.
and I will remove Afraid. Because
Very cool.
I feel more
And
welcome.
last but not least, we have Katana. Did you grow closer to the team, grow to your own image of yourself, or away from the team?
Closer to the team. Because Katana felt really bad about leaving half the team behind. It's not an ideal situation, but Pixie had it all under control, so that was very good to know. So Pixie made me feel more welcome. I will give influence to Pixie.
And that's new, right? You didn't have influence over
Nope.
Katana before.
Right.
Very
Nope.
cool. And
Which
then,
means I have to mark potential, which sucks, because now I can't keep my moment of truth in reserve anymore. Damn it.
you can unlock it and then just use it later.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a thing you have to use right away.
Wow, I'll
You
totally do
unlock
that.
it and then you get to use it once.
Bitchin'.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool. All right. Well, hopefully everybody has time for do a quick roses and thorns. That would make me happy if you do.
Then.
Then let us do that thing. Sorry, Rich was reorganizing Windows and got confused by himself doing things. I really enjoyed this session. I had a great time watching you guys labor over the decisions that I put before you, and I was excited that they meant something to you guys. Like that, my gut instinct that okay, I think this is going to be like a really hard moment. That it came through. That you guys carried it through. Like, oh crap, I don't want to make this decision, or this is really tough. So that made me super happy that we've learned enough about these characters that the situations we have are believable and enjoyable. So I was pretty excited. Will, do you have a rose to share?
Very similar. I loved all the hard choices, the opportunities to make heroic choices. You know, like Ragnarok's choice of where to help me out and all that, but then having to abandon that to get Ming to the hospital. Just all of those over and over, those kind of choices. Phenomenal.
Sweet. Jan, what about you? Any rose?
I think my rose is to you that you did a very good job on juggling the scenes. Like splitting up the party, of course, is always like and I think you did well in keeping urgency on both of them, and it ran really smoothly. So kudos.
Thank you. Alex, rose?
Yeah, totally. I think because I was like slightly because I went with what I thought my character would do and like running off, taking the kid to the hospital, and I was like, oh, I'm like splitting the pie, but I thought you did a really good job of kind of making it interesting and giving me choices along the way and stuff, and it wasn't just go to the hospital, back, actually. Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad that worked for you. Jules.
Yes, and I also liked, the thing that everyone said, you do a really good job juggling, and it was also nice that the different juggling balls had very different feels to it, so you could really, it wasn't just like the normal action thing is we're fighting in 4 different places, but these ones had very different feels and levels of drama going on, so I thought that was very cool. I also really like the beacon drives. They're so awesome.
They were cool. I really enjoyed you worming them into your play, and that's smart.
I really enjoyed getting punched.
I really like punching you. I'm so happy.
Yes, I totally had that Batman punching Green Lantern excitement. But that was Guy Gardner. He totally deserved it. Andrea, what rose did you have to offer?
All of those things, but also I just thought everyone did a really good job today with the action and the heroing and the not heroing and the drama. So yay to all of us. It was extremely enjoyable.
Indeed. Cool. So Alex, bring us home with a thorn. We're going to end on negatives.
Those grown-ups. I guess I didn't get to like actually have much of a scene with my parents, but I mean that's the only thing I can think of. But I didn't even think of it just until now, when forced on the spot to come up with thorns. Damn you, Rich.
That's okay. Now
But
that's
the
all you'll think about for the whole
point,
game.
not the
All
thorns.
the enjoyment is gone now because the last thing, the last moment is remembering that badness. My thorn is and I mentioned it before, the sheer amount of mechanics in me trying to force in the triumphant celebration, and then right after that end of session. If that could have happened earlier in the session, I think it would have felt better. And maybe it's just a thing where only one person fires. It's weird. I love the idea behind sharing a triumphant celebration and showing a weakness, but I don't know if it's like the playbook placement or it's just not a thing that's at the front of mind for me, and I have to force myself to make it happen. So there's a lot of mechanics in this game for such a short bit. It's dense. It's not Champion's dense, but it's dense. So Andrea Thorne.
So I've been complaining about this, even since we started playtesting. Why do the rules always change, and why do I never seem to have the most recent version?
I will share the V4 folder with you. I just recently got it when I started running for the Gauntlet on Saturdays. One of them had played with someone and got the V4 version, so.
Thank you.
I actually did not think that any of our playbooks were different. That's why I didn't really think about it, but I'll do that.
Apparently. Well, all the important moves weren't different. It's just the moves that we never use because we have to shoehorn them in, apparently.
Apparently. All right, cool. And so, Jan, Thorn.
The only thing that felt a bit awkward was the triumphant celebration move, and I think it's because for some of the playbooks it's really more geared towards a one-on-one interaction than it is for a team interaction, and that's made it a bit like, wait, what? Either you have to spend a lot of time describing the entire triumphant celebration, or you have to really focus on one person, and
that's a really good point. It's called a team move, but it seems to be written directly to share a celebration with someone. That's a good point.
Felt like for at least some of the moves, and even the ones that don't necessarily point out that one person, then you're looking at it like, yeah, but this is now you have to see for every person that you had the moment with, work for you, and then it's like, no, that takes too long, so that's a bit awkward. And minor detail, there's no intimacy moves. Come on.
There would have been a lot of intimacy moves at the end of that session.
Exactly.
Superheroes are afraid of intimacy. Haven't you read comics before? Okay. So then, Jules, Thorn?
I got nothing.
Oh man, that's a thorn in and of itself. No. And then Will.
I've been struggling to try to figure out one, but I guess the big thing, and now that I look at my sheet, I realize I haven't reread it. Apparently they updated with this new one, the legacy move. What we've been using is the start and end of session. That gets a little bit stale after a while. I've seen that every session having to deal with how my legacy. I guess it keeps up the feel, but if they had an alternative, that way it wasn't the same one every time, maybe. But I see that it's changed, and it's actually not the beginning of session. Now it's gone to when time passes. So I guess that could justify not having to do it every time. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. These a lot of the Apocalypse Engine games feel like they're not necessarily made for campaign level play, and here we are. We're sitting at the 8th session, so maybe the legacy is just one of those. I don't know. It's weird that we haven't got to anywhere close to any grown-up moves. Do you think we're giving out potential correctly? I wonder that sometimes.
I'll be honest, I don't want to take my grown-up move because when I take my moment of truth, it's almost like I'm done because I have to consider me not connecting with my team anymore, and I go off in the sunset and stuff. So
That's true.
Unless they've changed the potential, then I think we're doing it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost on my second advance.
Okay.
Unless you think we should be going faster.
Probably.
I just got my third.
Well, we also, part of the problem, Rich, is, I mean, this session was an exception, but usually there's only a couple of rolls every session.
That's a good point. I definitely think that, not for lack of trying on my part, but yeah, you're right. We don't roll as much as probably the system wants. I think we roll like Apocalypse World rolls, whereas we should probably do it more like Dungeon World, where it's a lot more frequent. So that's a real good point. I do think we're a little light on potential versus how many sessions we played. I mean, basically one move every 1.5 sessions is probably about the way it should be rolling. Something to think about. As we head into this was our third? Yeah, so we have 2 more sessions of Masks before we go on and play other games. And goodness, I hope that we come back to Masks High School, although I don't know if we do it with this entire group, but I really enjoyed this with you guys.
Yay! Me
I
too.
hope.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for playing with me, and we will see you next week as we continue Masks High School.